Today, I'm sitting down with, I always use the word sitting down, not really sitting down. I'm standing up talking to Hall of Famer Allan Tanner to answer one simple question. What's the goal of batting practice? Allan shares what he calls his Tanner logic, or Tannerisms. Clear, no-nonsense rules that turn BP from mindless hacks into game-ready reps. We talk purpose before you step in, how to build time you can trust, what to track besides exit speed, and why every round should end up with a plan for the next at-bat. If you want batting practice that actually shows up at game day, this conversation for you, what really the main goal of batting practice is.
The moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us.
This one's kind of simple.
I can make it complicated.
Look, batting practice, you hit great. You go in the game and you suck. Batting practice, you hit bad. You go in the game and you're a terror. What causes that phenomenon?
You ready for the Tannerism? In slow pitch softball, hitting is 50% mental, it's 50% physical, and the rest is mental. Okay? There are mental exercises that you can do to help prevent that. You see, even the great hitters say, well, I got to do 1,000 to 1,200 reps on a swing to correct a bad habit. That's a known figure. Almost any sports you can do. If you have a technique that's out of whack, you got to do it the correct way 1,000, 1,200 times to get it to where you correct it to where it sticks and it becomes muscle memory. So here's my question to you guys. How many mental exercises how many mental reps do you do? How many times do you get quiet within yourself and take 10 minutes and visualize and focus on your mental perception of what you're trying to do during an at-bat? The answer is, tell you myself, we don't do as much as we should, myself included. Mental reps are just as important as physical reps. So doing the mental sequences can really help us to even out our performance, whether it is on the field during a game.
Let me stop you there for a minute because you have proved your own theory about going too deep. But what?
That's a nice way to say, shut up, Ed. I got you.
Well, no, you're all saying good stuff. It's all good stuff, but this is more simplistic. Like you as a hitter, have you ever had to experience that?
Which one?
Well,
yes.
Either
the
one of them.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you're saying it's mental, and you gave a correction of how to do it, it's all good. But why does that phenomenon happen?
Why does it happen?
Yeah.
Because we don't do enough mental reps and we don't make ourselves strong enough to where the mental side of the game becomes as natural as the physical. And so sometimes let me ask you this, Ed. If you go out to batting practice and you hit 50 balls, okay, what are you trying to do?
Well,
hard line drives, right? Consistent. I call it. There's a golf phrase I like to use called ball striking. In golf they say you want to be a good ball striker. Well, I think in softball we need to be a good ball striker. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
So we're out hitting line drives, right? That we're trying to do.
Yeah.
We're trying to hit balls hard, especially in senior softball. That equates to hits. Okay. So what's the difference between that in batting practice and that in a game? Aren't we trying to do the same thing?
Yeah, but this is, let me hear it. Let me share you what I think is the issue. Like my son yesterday, he went out there and after one swing, he was hitting them 350, and he kept on hitting them monsters like you hit. Like when you beat. What was that guy you beat in the home run hitting contest? The big stud. What's his name?
Oh, Ryan Harvey?
Ryan Harvey.
I'm never giving him a rematch either, Ryan. I love you to death. We've laughed and talked about this for years. I'm never giving him a rematch.
And Allan did beat Ryan Harvey in the home run hitting contest. There was a lot of variables in the weather and all kinds of stuff, but he beat him, dude. Just
on
like
a baseball field.
Yeah, I beat Bruce Meade one time too. I don't talk much about that.
No, nor do I.
You beat him too?
It's me and Ryan's little secret joke between us.
Oh, okay.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Okay. But listen, so my son goes out there and he's killing it, and he comes in the game and he still killed it. He hit three or four out, but he did have some bad swings late in the game because he probably left too much
on the batting practice field?
Well, we can't. Yes, we can. Look, we can over practice because sometimes we have to think about too. In senior, we have to recover physically, as well as mentally.
Exactly.
We can do too much during the week practice wise, plus our lives that we have to live.
So,
and then we come into a game and we're a little bit fatigued, or it might not show up the first 2 or 3 at bats, but it shows up.
Yeah, especially
later
the older
on.
you get, shit like
The
that.
older I get, it's called accumulation of fatigue. That's an athletic thing. That is a phenomenon that happens to all of us, and we have to realize that. And I tell people, when you feel yourself getting tired, that is when you really need to jog. You're physically tired. You need to jog yourself mentally to go back to fundamental
So,
things.
Alan, I got to jump in here because these are short videos.
Sorry, mine. I told you I was going to make it long.
Yeah, I know you need to do that. But listen, now I don't want to forget my train of thought. The goal of batting practice is what? Get your eye on the ball.
Correct.
You could do soft toss for that, right?
Yes, you can. There's a ton of different drills you can do, and they're all important and good. But of course, timing is critical.
Yeah.
In softball, so hitting live pitching obviously is very important and critical in our development as a hitter. But all those the soft patch, hitting off a tee is a great way to practice focus.
Yeah. Well, you could do that and be at batting practice too.
Yes, you can. But sometimes you don't have a guy to pitch.
Okay.
Who's your best friend in softball, Ed?
Your best friend in softball.
Yes.
Oh,
He's
a
a
guy
pitcher
that can
throw
pitch.
strikes.
Yeah, that's hard to get.
It's hard to get.
In your local area. I used to hit with a guy that was 7 or 8 years old, and he started out 70, but he was the only guy in town that could pitch, and he come out and stay right with me.
Amen, brother.
He was my
It's
idol.
important.
Listen, I gotta go. You're
Okay.
sweating, and I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's hot out here.
Great interview.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, take care, man.
Told you I'll make it.
A little quick note, so there's no confusion on our discussion there, because we were talking about 2 kinds of practice: batting practice, not on game but day, and when I think we ended, we're talking about batting practice on game day. So the note is this: in regular batting practice, there's nothing more important than regular batting practice. But in pregame, especially in Florida with the heat the way it is, you can do soft toss. Soft toss is what we're suggesting there. It's about locking in your eyes and timing. Use soft toss before the game, see the ball, groove on the barrel, and save energy. That's what you learn when you get a little older. So just to clarify, I hope you enjoy. Please hit subscribe.
You might have heard the pitch there a little
too flat.
Little too flat. Nope. Another shot hit in the direction of the left fielder Armitage, and he's just going to stand and watch that one go. Boy, it looks like that.